To start this video off, the topic we'll be talking about is the idea of, do we possess a soul? Well, before we do anything, let's define the word soul. The word soul is the spiritual or immaterial part of the human being or animal regarded as immortal. What does it mean by immortal, huh? Well, immortal is like living forever, never dying or decaying. And what exactly does it mean by immaterial? Well, for one, we can't see the soul with our physical eyes. That being said, the soul is spiritual rather than physical. Let's talk about Plato's views on what the soul is. If you don't know who Plato was, he was a very important philosopher in classical Greece. Plato's definition of a soul is that the soul has three parts: reason, spirit, and appetite. All parts of the soul have desires, but desire and appetite and spiritual parts is not a matter of belief about what is good and what is bad. Plato's perspective on the soul is that he believed that when the material body dies, the soul lives on. He believed that we are dual creators. The soul is distinct from the body and vice versa. I've always believed that our soul is in our body and that once we die, our souls will carry on to the afterworld. That being said, Plato has quoted that it has a body as a vehicle for acting upon this world until death severs its ties and it continues on forever as something that is naturally indestructible and so immortal. So what is my perspective of the soul? Well, for one, we truly do not have the facts that the soul is for sure real. When I think of a soul, I also think about how we act and react to situations in our lives. I think our soul has a lot to do with how we treat other people as well. My experience is going through life and being 23 years old is that I've done good deeds for other people, and I think my soul has something to do with it. I think to this day, my topic of do we possess a soul is something we still talk about in our society. So where in our society do we hear this topic being talked about? Honestly, it's still being talked about in religions and in our church and other religions around the world. The topic of do we possess a soul is something that has to do a lot with our faith, because honestly, like I said, we have no evidence of the soul being real. So that being said, religions have a lot to do with why people still have to talk about if we possess a soul or not. Thank you.